We're live!
From the RV.
We are in the RV. Let's give it a few seconds to see if anybody else joins, / everybody always has a ad or something to watch in the beginning. So I'll give you guys a second.
Yeah, if you can hear us, give us a thumbs up, comment. That would be great.
So we know it's working, because we were trying to do it with our mics and it was not working. Jack's trying to join it too, so we can see if there's any chats that we miss. Apparently you got an Expedia ad.
Yep. We even get ads when we watch our own videos. So
yeah. Hello, Scrapbook Mama. Glad you're here. Okay, I guess give it a... Well, you're not even technically joined. You can hit skip.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right, get a second. You ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's get into it. So, as we said, we are in the RV. We have been in the RV... Well, we've left our house how many days ago now?
44 days.
44 days. We have been on the road and traveling.
In a row.
In a row, yes. We have not been home in 44 days.
We have rough, like 25 to 26 days left until we get home. So...
Yeah, we're a little over halfway.
Yeah, a little over halfway.
26, yeah, that's a lot more than halfway.
Yes.
But
Good job there with the math.
Sorry, I was processing.
But we made it all the way to Florida.
Yes, we are in hot and humid Florida. It has been in the 90s, and the feel like has been like 105 with the humidity the past week or so.
Which
we have hit...
made living in a trailer very tough.
Well, we're kind of figuring it out and how to cool it down a little faster.
Yep.
But we are here because tomorrow is a big day.
My brother's getting married tomorrow. So that's the reason we had to get to Florida for July. So my brother gets married tomorrow morning. They're doing his sunrise wedding on the beach. So
Sunrise-ish.
Yeah, sunrise-ish. The sun will be up. Whether it's at sunrise is a different point. But that's why I had to get to Florida. So we will be here tomorrow for that. And then we start our next leg of the road trip. Yes, thanks, Scrapbook Mama. Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
We will start the next leg of our trip heading back to Colorado on Friday.
Yeah. And so to get here, we did a few little stops, and then we also stopped in Nashville for a whole week. That was fun. We had a really nice campsite then. So those videos will be coming out the next little bit, month or two or so. I have to check and see how much other stuff I got. But I've been trying to edit NC Family, and I'm a little behind. So I totally apologize for missing like a week or two of uploading. This is the first time in a year that I've missed a week. I was kind of beating myself up over it a little bit. You were like, not as much, but
No. But it was pretty uneventful getting here. We had a good time in Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville was really nice.
It was a smooth drive, knock on wood, that going back is as smooth as it was. Some traffic. It was super windy. If you ever towed a trailer when you have 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, we were going about 20 miles an hour on the highway trying not to lose the trailer. But it was fun. And then
we got to Florida. And then...
parked the trailer into storage.
Yes. And then we flew up to the New York City area to visit my family for a few days. And then Poppy stayed with my parents and my sister. And we then hopped on a plane and flew to Europe.
Yep.
You want to say where we went?
We flew into Amsterdam, hung out with some friends that live in the Netherlands.
That was fun.
For an evening. We got to ride bikes around the Netherlands like true Dutch people, but we're not Dutch. But it was fun.
Yeah, and if you follow our Instagram, you would have seen I took the bike.
Yeah, and an e-bike. Oh man, I want an e-bike now. Like, we went 10 miles, and it felt like I was just strolling around the countryside. But then we hopped on a cruise ship, and we got back on the Apex that we had done previously.
Celebrity.
With Celebrity, yes. And we did the Norwegian Fjords cruise with them in the retreat. And it was beautiful. Amazing. I can't wait to share those videos because...
I can't wait to edit those videos.
It is such a different cruise. Like, a lot of times people ask, is it like Alaska and Norway similar? They're completely different experiences. Alaska, there's a lot of kind of live like animals and whales and everything. But when you're sailing in Norway, it's all about the scenery. Like I don't remember seeing any animals.
No, there was like a chance that we could see puffins, but we never saw any. Yeah, we didn't see any whales or orcas or any of that kind of stuff, but it was pretty.
Yeah.
I will say it was a little less fjords than I think I initially anticipated, but the ones that we did see were like breathtaking.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy too to see such a large ship make its way through the fjords and into some of these ports where you were just like let out literally right in the middle of a really old city, and watching them try and like back it up and maneuver out was kind of impressive. Definitely more so than any other cruises we've taken in the past.
And if you've watched our channel, we usually don't do excursions. Rarely do excursions, I would say. We did one on this trip that is going to be a blast to share with you.
Yeah, that's all we're going to say.
Yep. So be on the lookout for that one. I wouldn't suggest it to other people. That's what I'll leave it at.
Unless you're experienced.
Yeah. So we did Norway. We had a great time in Norway. I think the highlight of the trip for me was there were still staff on the ship that were there from when we did it in February, and they remembered us. And so it was nice to see them again. And we had our same butler we had in the previous cruise. And
Jose.
The
best.
So you'll see Jose in the video. But it was an amazing experience. And then Emma hopped on a plane.
Well, yeah, I was going to add on to the crew. That was the first time we've been on a ship, at least that we were on that close to it, where the staff was, I would say, 80% the same from the previous sailing. And it was really kind of fun to see some of the old people again and like say hi. And
most of them were ending their contract. That was the end of their contract.
Yeah.
That last sailing or the one right after ours.
Yeah. But it was really fun to get to see everybody and kind of have that experience that we've never really had before.
Yep.
And so then we got off and we had a few days in the Netherlands, and then I hopped on a plane and flew back to meet back up with Poppy, spent a few days with my family and Poppy, and then me and Poppy flew down to Florida.
And I had a blast trying to get back from Europe. So I stayed for work for a week in Paris, and it was the week when all of the United was having their issues, so it took me an extra couple days to get home from Paris, or not home, but to Jacksonville area where we are currently staying.
Yeah. And then we spent a few days with your family, and now we're back in the RV. And that's kind of that. We were in Florida for the 4th of July. It rained, so we didn't...
Emma got to shoot off fireworks for the first time ever, and...
Go check out our shorts if you haven't, because that was an experience.
Yeah. So I grew up shooting off fireworks in Texas, but Emma had never experienced the joy of shooting off fireworks.
They are illegal where I am from.
And she went from, why are we buying these and doing this, to... We lit one, and she was like, oh no, we need to go back and get more.
Well, because I thought we set off the coolest one, and it was daylight, so Poppy could actually see it. And I was like, well, I wanted to see that one go off at night. And then you were like, no, we have plenty of others that'll do cool things too.
So Poppy enjoyed it. All of the neighbors were shooting them off, so it was kind of cool to see. Some of them were not as safe as they should have been, but...
Let's just say there was one point where I said, Jack, go inside, grab the fireworks, we're going inside, because the neighbors across the street were... not the safest.
But you had fun.
It was still fun. They scared me a little, though. And, yeah.
Now we've been just exploring the area we're staying in, so we'll have some highlights if you come to Florida on the East Coast of where to eat and drink. We'll do an episode on that.
Definitely drink. I don't know if we have enough on eating.
Surprising
in St. Augustine. I know. Well, we've been eating, just not as much going out, because we've been with family and everything. And then we finish up this week in St. Augustine, and then we head to Savannah, Georgia for a week. And then after that, we go to Kentucky, and we're going to try and do some Kentucky bourbon and stuff.
We're not going to try, we are.
Well, we haven't planned anything.
No, so if you
After
know
this
any
week,
good
literally.
bourbons that are a must-do, please let me know.
That was a big comment. Can you read it out loud?
Alexa says, I've only been on Caribbean cruises. I've been a little hesitant about European cruises, but I now live in London, so it makes more sense. What were the differences? Sorry, it's kind of blocked. Not just the weather, and would you recommend? Okay, so...
First off, I'm jealous that you live in London. Let's start with that.
Yes. So, the differences are, it's a much more eclectic group of people, it feels. You have a lot of Europeans... You have much more people from Europe than you do on a Caribbean cruise, which is kind of nice to experience.
There was still a good amount of Americans too, at least from Norway. I was kind of surprised, but you do have a mix of everybody.
Yep. I would say the ports you visit are less like Caribbean tourist ports.
They're more like go and explore the cities.
Yes. Like, I think the ports are a huge difference.
Yeah,
they still have like a couple of the shops, but you don't have like Diamonds International or Effie at every port. You have at some of them you literally get off the ship and you don't see a shop until you walk a mile, and then you're kind of in the heart of the city, which I thought was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, also I think it depends on which European. That was our first European
Yep.
one. I've been more concerned with doing a European one, more so because I like to really, really, really explore, and some cities that the European ones go to are like big cities like Rome, for example, or some places in Greece, and I always just thought I wouldn't have enough time to explore. I would say Norway, we never felt like, oh, I wish we had 5 more hours. We were like, did pretty much everything on my list. I was really surprised on how, like, the amount of time we were there was kind of perfect. Like, I didn't feel like I was missing out on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I would say on the ship, things that were different, a little bit of food, like some teas and coffees were different, but otherwise everything else was pretty much the same. Some food was just different because of what they could locally source, but for the most part, everything else was pretty similar. Yeah. You just had some more accents than you do in the US ones.
Like, to your question on would we recommend it?
Yes.
We've only done the Norway one in Europe. We would recommend the Norway one to anybody.
100%.
If you are active, there are things to do at the ports that are super active, hiking, what we did. And if you just want to leisurely walk around the town, the ports are set up great for that too. There's usually, at every port we went to, there was kind of like, almost every port, this train, kind of like a hop-on, hop-off train.
Oh yeah, there was.
That could go to all the main stops, and usually it was about 30 minutes to an hour to do all the stops. So, yes, I would highly suggest. And they were reasonable.
It was either the train or a hop-on, hop-off bus.
Yep.
And the train, we talked to some people that did that. They said the trains just don't go quite as far as the hop-on, hop-off bus, but they were similar in the sense of the hop-on, hop-off ones for less money.
Yep. Also, the ports for embarkation and disembarkation are slightly different. I find them to be easier in Europe because you don't go through customs if you do a European cruise. Because you're in Europe, you do just European ports and you come back, so you don't have to go through customs and wait for your bags to get off. It's really fast. Like, our bags are ready at 6:40 in the morning.
Yeah. Any other big differences that you noticed? Not really.
No. It was very much the same.
Yeah. I would suggest it.
Yep.
Oh,
they have blankets on the cruise. Sorry.
That had
Not
nothing to do with Europe,
but for Norway, they have like fleece blankets they set out, like where they usually put towels for the seats on the deck and around the pool. This is celebrity. Yeah, they have fleece blankets.
I've also noticed that they have those same fleece blankets for Alaska as well. So it's mostly just if it's cold weather that Celebrity does that. But they were nice. Like, we did Alaska with NCL, and I don't remember seeing any blankets out. No. So that was a nice little touch on Celebrity's part.
Yep.
What else is this new? Any other questions?
We are surviving in the RV. We're thriving. We're not just surviving. We have now added a second air conditioner to the RV that I ordered online and figured out a way to kind of jerry rig an air conditioner for Poppy's room. So now her room is actually colder than the rest of the RV.
I like a lot.
Yes.
It's 71 in the main part right now, and it is 67 in her room.
So, we are learning how to do this longer term, so it's kind of fun to experience.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think what else do we have to talk about?
Oh, we have a really fun video coming out on Wednesday.
Oh, we do have a really good video coming out on Wednesday. So
I said fun. I didn't say good. I said fun.
well, you haven't watched the edits yet. It's both. It will be on the NCL Encore, and it is a fun one. We really thought about it before we filmed it, like a lot more than some others. And
It was a very tough challenge.
And I put out a short tonight, so if anybody's watching this and hasn't seen the short, go check that out. It's like 16 seconds or something.
Scrapbook Mama asked, does Poppy love the RV? Poppy does love the RV. She has her own like little bedroom back there, and so every time we get in, she like runs back there and gets all her stuffed animals like set up. They have like a stadium seating in her bed back there.
It's very important.
Yep.
Poppy is absolutely loving it. Like, we were at his parents' house and we had to leave, and she was very sad to leave Nanny and Granddad and was crying the entire drive, and then we pulled up to the RV and she was like, "Ooh, yay!" It was very cute. Do you want to say hello?
Sorry.
Not Poppy, is Mezi.
Mezi.
Up, up.
Sorry, everybody. It was a wobbly.
Say hi. Say hello. Oh, I'm getting hugs.
Yeah, I know what we forgot to
Oh,
mention.
that is what we forgot to mention.
Mezi, get down. Okay. Yeah, she gives hugs, by the way.
She's holding on
All right.
so tight right now.
We almost forgot like the biggest point for today. So yesterday our channel hit 3,000 subscribers. So thank you to everyone for subscribing and watching. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I was so excited to hit that 3K.
Emma did her little giggle.
Oh, I jumped up and down and was very excited.
Well, we got some recommendations from Bourbon from John. Try Bardstown for Bourbon and Lexington Horse Farm for the daughter. Yes, we will.
Screenshot that.
Let me take a picture because it doesn't let us keep the chat. I don't know why, but I screenshotted it. Thanks, John.
The only way I can keep the chat is if it like comes up on the screen, and I find that to be kind of annoying.
Yeah. So
yeah, so 3K, I was so excited. Thank you so much for everybody that is following and hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me. Really, truly did not think I would be at 3K at this point at all. Didn't even think I'd be at 1K. So I really appreciate it. Should we say what the new goal is? That's a little bit of a stretch.
We set a stretch goal. So our next goal is 5K by Christmas Day. So
if you know anybody who's planning a cruise, who wants to travel, who likes to travel, who has a toddler, any of the above, tell them to go check out our channel.
So Darren asked, did you do the Magic Carpet Suite on the Apex? So the first time we were on the Apex in February, we did the Magic Carpet Suite.
We loved it.
We loved it. We had a video up on that one. We'd highly suggest that for anybody. This one we just stayed in a Sky Suite. We wanted to experience a different room. They were very similar.
They were similar. I really thought I was going to like the Magic Carpet the most, just because the balcony is really big and unique. Space-wise, I would say it was pretty similar. And I think the biggest thing with the Sky Suite that was nice, at least, especially for Norway, was that the bed faces the balcony. So we were able to like lay there and open the curtains up and watch like the fjords passing by, which was...
Open the curtains with your
really
hat.
Pretty. Yeah, you didn't have to get up. You just go boop, 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 and whoosh.
Yep, celebrity impressed us once again. So we were super happy.
But yeah, we tried a different room this time. And any other questions?
I don't know, ask everyone on the chat.
Any other questions?
Otherwise, we will plan to go live probably one more time before we make it back home. So be on the lookout for that. Darren goes, the Magic Carpet with the post and the extra windows, the hidden gem. That's the exact room we stayed in. That is the hidden gem of all rooms, because that either the view out the front or the aft is amazing. Like, highly
that
suggest
little
that.
window is just cool.
It's also a
to sit
discounted
there.
room for retreat because it's considered an obstructed view.
Yeah, it's a little bit less than like the Sky Suites or any of those. And
Yep.
my only thing is, we booked a future one for next year to do with my family, and my family doesn't cruise. They haven't been on a cruise in over 20 years. And I really wanted to book the Magic Carpet Suite, but you can only have 2 people in the Magic Carpet Suite. The sofa in there is not a pull-out. It's not an option. So we are in, I believe, a Sky Suite again next year. There was a few questions there.
So Alexa says, what is y'all's favorite ship so far? And I like how she used y'all.
Is that the term you use? That's the term I do not use.
I would say the Celebrity Apex.
I would say anything, well, Celebrity, we've only done the Apex, but I think anything in that Edge class seems to be amazing. They're all pretty similar. I really want to try the Beyond or the Ascent.
Yeah.
The Beyond, for the retreat at least, has 2 floors for the sun deck. So I would be curious to see how they do that, like, in person. But
I'll tell you the secret as to why we like Celebrity the most.
Yeah.
It's that ship that we've been on twice now that's been full both times, or almost full both times, does not fill at capacity. And we had just got done doing NCL the month prior, and it was at capacity, and it felt like it was at capacity or over capacity. So Celebrity's design and how they manage crowd flows is why we like Celebrity the most.
yeah, it just never feels crowded. I don't understand it.
But we've only been on the Edge class ships. So
Yeah, we haven't tried any
never
of the
done
older ones.
Yep. But we like the overall experience.
Any other ones?
Nope. Darren says we have the Ascent booked with a forward-facing post view for next March.
Ooh.
Yes, that's on our list
That
too.
sounds awesome.
The Ascent is on our list.
Anything?
And we want to go see Captain Kate on Beyond.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Yep. All right.
Any other questions on there? I thought there was
I don't
3.
think so. No,
You want a
comments.
Statement?
Yep. Pamela
Edge
says Edge class retreat for the win.
I
Yes.
agree. I agree. It's probably one of our favorite ones as of right now.
Yep.
We want to try a few other ones still, but that's definitely the top.
Yep. So once again, thank you for watching, supporting the channel, and subscribing. We hit 3,000. So we're going for 5,000 on Christmas Day.
And we've got 3 members now.
Yep.
If you want to talk about that.
No, we're good.
Okay.
And then we'll go. So share the channel. Keep watching. Every view you do helps YouTube know that channel is good to watch. So we greatly appreciate that. And then we have a big wedding tomorrow that we have to get ready for.
Yeah, I have to shower and iron and
So
make sure clothes fit us from what we brought. And
we are going to call it a night. If you have any questions, more questions, leave it in the comment section after the video post.
We'll get back to you.
We'll get back to you. And we really appreciate it. We hope everyone has.
Or any more suggestions, also leave
Yes.
them in the comments below, especially if you're watching this after the live has been finished. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So till next time, get out and live a little, guys. Bye bye.
That was good.